All right, guys. Well, today we are going to be taking a look at the changelog that just dropped. Very controversial changelog in Wynncraft here. We're going to dive into exactly what it contains, why it's controversial, and then we're going to look at some player feedback and give some constructive criticism of our own. So first things first, we are on the changelog website here on the Wynncraft forums on the changelog. So let's just start diving in. So in this update, we're reworking a lot of cosmetics and store stuff. So this right here is the big killer that most people are not too happy with is the store stuff, and we'll dive into that. Adding a whole new system to loot runs, loot run trials, or focusing on outdated aspects of the game, such as the trickster archetype a lot of people are happy about. So there's a good thing that's happening here as well. So let's see. Soon we'll be updating Wynncraft to only support Minecraft 1.21.2. That's fine, whatever. If you have Hero, you can test it on beta.wynncraft.com. We're not going to actually be logging into that beta. We're just going to be checking out the information. So first is loot run trials. So I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work, so we're going to figure that out. But a new beacon allows you to take on a trial. Trials apply a debuff until they're completed. So it's like a additional mission. Offers a choice. What are some trials? There's 8 trials. Kind of this update. Here's 3 of them, so they're sharing 3. Ultimate Sacrifice is going to be a trial now. Okay. Until you complete 10 challenges, your boons are disabled, but it's temporary, so you get your boons back after you complete 10 challenges. Treasury bill. I'm hoping that, Ultimate Sacrifice and stuff are still missions, because if they change that, it's gonna shake up the meta of loot running a lot, which I mean is fine, I guess, but Ultimate Sacrifice definitely seems nerfed if it is only a trial, because you don't get a reroll as well. Treasury bill until you reach current pulls plus 20, so like 20 pulls after your current pull number. You lose a pull every 45 seconds, but after you complete that many pulls, you gain 50% additional pulls that current pulls. That one's pretty cool, especially on like a big sacrifice run. Like that could be huge to you got to do 20 challenges to even start the get okay. Until you open 30 chests, your timer is limited to 1 minute. Okay, we're not going to dive into literally all of these because there's so many, it would take up way too much time. Um, but apparently you have to complete 20. Yeah, it can only appear after challenge 20. Okay. And you can take it 2 times in a run. Interesting. Well, this I don't know. This could be good, this could be bad. This is going to be a have to get in and play with it to figure it out. The adjustments on the missions, the addition to for the trials. I mean, this treasury bill one seems like it could be pretty nice. But we'll have to get in and see. There's also 5 that they haven't shared because they said there's 8 trials, and they're only sharing 3 of them. So let's get into the big thing, which is going to be the store. So real money store is available in game. Fine, whatever. You know, no complaints about that. Ranks with Silverbull shares. So I've seen some mixed opinions on this. Um, some people have been like, "Oh, that's awesome. They can buy ranks with Silverbull shares now." But I am not a fan of this, and I'll explain why here. So, purchasing ranks with Silverbull shares, really, Silverbull shares in game at all, I'm not a fan of because it's pretty much real money trading. The way you want to break it down, except instead of, real money trading to Jim Bob, where you send him $20 on PayPal for him to give you stuff in game. Now you just buy a bunch of shares and sell them for money, which I know this has always been a thing in Wynncraft, not always, but it's been in Wynncraft for a while. But now that they're adding more like actual valuable things for shares, now it's like, hey, I need a bunch of emeralds. I'm just going to buy shares. They're going to be easy to sell off because people are going to want to buy them for ranks. It's pretty much real money trading. I'm not a fan because if you did that with a random player, you'd get banned for it. So why can you do it to earn Silverbull shares? I'm not a fan. Um, you can now preview cosmetics and pets before buying them. Cool addition. Reworked use menu. Let's pull that up. I guess I can't pull it up. So, but what it looks like here is, can we zoom in? Yeah, all right, there we go. Is that when you're looking at your helmets and stuff and your cosmetics, it's just a better menu to look at them. We were working some old cosmetics. I've heard mixed opinions on this as well. I've heard overall it's going to be pretty good, but some of them people like the old style more. Rework crates. We removed the slot-like animation, opening something proper. You can have view the full list of cosmetics before buying crates. That's a big win. I like that you can see the full list of items you can get before you even buy them. And let's get into the big one, the new store perks. We're adding a bunch of new perks for the store and ranks. We're updating some existing perks. Okay, so they're adding a new rank called Hero Plus. Why? I have no idea, honestly. I don't know what the point of Hero Plus is. I don't think it should be a thing, but so Hero Plus is a gap between Hero and Champion, more affordable option for players who want some of the Champion perks but don't have the money to get Champion or whatever. Okay, cool. Players of Champion get the Hero Plus for free. So I don't like this because, like, honestly, the only reason right now to buy Champion over Hero, in my opinion, is the Bomb Bell, and you don't even get the Bomb Bell with Hero Plus. So it's like, I don't know. You're getting something pretty insignificant for money here. Glints, new cosmetic that adds effects or colors to your weapon. They unlock the longer you stay subscribed to Silverbull. Not a fan. You should not have to stay subscribed for a long time to a subscription service in a Minecraft server to unlock anything, which I know that it's cosmetic, but still. Are you losing champ to obtain Hero Plus? No, I don't think so. Okay, we had a lot of fun developing unique styles. I'm so glad you had a lot of fun developing unique styles, but I'm not a fan of something that you have to stay paying them monthly money to get different effects on a Minecraft server. Share split, in order to make it easier to understand that value of a share and better support pricing in games. Silverbull share will be now roughly equal to $1, where they were previously $5. Quantity of all shares you held will be multiplied by 5. Okay, so this is going to be an easier way so that people can real money trade. It's going to be easier to track so you can real money trade, right? So soon it's going to be pretty easy to track, okay, how much value is how many liquid emeralds does $1 get me, right? So then you can be like, I need some money. I need some liquid emeralds. It's actually one stack per dollar. So now I can, just go buy 15 shares and then I can trade them for 15 stacks. That's why I'm not a fan. No, no, no. I don't like it. Okay, we're updating new and adding new perks. You will not lose any existing perks. Okay. Switching some of the logic for character slots. Okay, this right here, character slots, is, in my opinion, the dumbest decision that they're making here. Is if you can read here, new players after you only people who join after the update goes live will only start with 3 character slots. You know, there's more than 3 classes in the game. There's no point in reducing someone to not even be able to try all the classes in the game. Like, that is an insane decision. I do not agree with this one bit. This has been a big issue with the community as well. Is like, how are you gonna not even let your players try all the classes, right? Especially if they're gonna release a new class of Fruma, and these new players that join between now and Fruma, they max their character slots out. Well, guess what? Now they got to spend money or delete one of the characters they've spent time on. I kind of think, honestly, if if I were them just trying to make money, that's what I would do. I would release a new class after eliminating the character slots. Not saying it's a good decision. It's honestly a really bad decision. Um, but I could see it happening to kind of force people to spend money. I'm not sure why there's all this store stuff in this update. I have no idea if they're like really hurting on money right now, if they need, if the server costs are getting really expensive after the 2.1 update because of how much more intensive the whole game is. I'm not sure, but I'm not a fan. Like, I really, really hope this isn't the case, but I could see them releasing a new class of Fruma and then requiring people to spend money, requiring the new players, because if you're an existing player, you don't have to worry about this, but requiring the new players to have to spend money to get that extra class slot to be able to play. Honestly, I would not be surprised as if Fruma came out that they charged you had to be hero rank plus to even have the new class. Not surprised at this point. I would not be surprised. Um, okay, deletion timer significantly reduced. That doesn't matter to me because when you only have 3 class slots, like you're not gonna want to keep deleting them. You're gonna want to play and max out the classes. If you don't want to rank, you don't lose any of your existing slots. Okay, guild icon, whatever, new perk, loaned ability points. You'll receive some of the later ability points early. So this here is one that people are also not a fan of. So loaned ability points means what I heard is around level 80, you'll actually reach the 45 ability points. So you don't actually have to get to level 104 to get all ability points. So it's just benefiting people that spend money because it's a perk. VIP no longer gives additional trade market slots. I don't know why trade market slots and bank slots are tied to ranks anyway. I really hate that to begin with. Um, but I mean that's just a loss. Removing any any perk with their VIP rank, their cheapest rank, is not a great idea. What even is the point of getting VIP? Honestly, VIP sucked before, and now if they're nerfing it even more, you don't get trade market slots. That's awful. Hero and Hero Plus will give access to priority queue. Cool. That really doesn't matter. There's not too many players playing right now. Have not, on my account with um, no ranks that I've been playing on for the last 100 hours. I have not had to deal with queues like at all. I know I haven't been proffing, but queues haven't really even been a problem. Okay. Here on champion rank, give daily gathering tomes. Gathering totems? I didn't even know about this. I don't like this. Hero Plus and Champion will give daily gathering totems, which will have a 30% chance to double their material given. So this right here, a lot of this stuff is annoying, right? A lot of that stuff is it's maybe pretty frustrating, but this is literal pay to win. Like honestly, this is literal pay to win. Uh Everything else could be argued that it's not pay to win. This here, there's no argument. This is pay money to have a chance of getting 30% double materials daily. I mean, honestly, that's just pay to win. Not a fan. Yeah, I don't understand this. Like this to me is a big negative. Not like, oh my goodness. Come on, Wynncraft, what are you doing? Honestly, when I got my friends to play this game, they don't play too much anymore, but when I got them to play, one of the things they asked about was is there pay to win? Because Minecraft, as you guys all know, has a big issue with pay to win servers. They're everywhere. You look it up on YouTube. There's videos of people crashing pay to win servers all the time. So having a server like Wynncraft with no pay to win, or pretty much no pay to win, there was some stuff for advantages, right? Bombs are arguably pay to win, um, and stuff, but like it was not that bad. But it seems like we're opening up the can of worms here to start getting into that territory, which is not good. No bueno. We are not a fan. Bombs and consumable rework. Also, I should note, I don't know if I noted this earlier, this is just the beta change log. Everything here is subject to change. I hope a lot of this stuff changes. That's one reason we're making this video. I usually don't make videos like this, but we want to get out there and give our opinions so that it can be seen by the community and be seen by Wynncraft. So hopefully they can adjust these things before it goes live. Because honestly, I made this statement in Discord as well. If all of this pay to win stuff mixed into the game, I will step back from Wynncraft until it changes, because I do not think that this is going to be healthy for the game one bit. So hopefully all of this outrage and all of this feedback that we've been giving is going to change their minds, and they will adjust a lot of this and keep up the outrage, keep up on their Discord the feedback. Never get toxic about it to the developers, right? Stay constructive, stay professional, but keep up talking about it. That's the only way they're going to change it. Bomb and consumable reworks. Bombs have been improved. They have an animation. Cool. Item bombs no longer give 2 items. They drop a filled tier 4 loot chest. Don't like that. I know item bombs are useless, but I mean, this is literally just another way for pay to win. Party bombs, called party crackers, whatever. Ingredient bombs now give 16 ingredients, whatever. New bombs and consumables. Loot chest bombs. For 20 minutes, all loot chest bombs will have... Hey, what's up? Welcome 123. Has a lot changed? Oh, I just got a little notification. I missed it. What was that? It blended in with the screen. Has a lot changed? So not yet. This is the beta, but we're taking a look. Okay. Loot chest bombs. All loot chests have their drop rate greatly boosted. Another thing of pay to win, honestly. Pay money to have your loot chests boosted. The reason that they try to argue that bombs are not pay to win is because it affects this full server that you're on. But if you don't have the bomb bell and you don't have people telling you where the bombs are, you're not benefiting everybody else. You're benefiting yourself. So that argument is null and void to me. So not a fan of this. Loot chests have their drop rate greatly boosted. Now it's going to be, hey, you gotta buy bomb bells, or you gotta run on a server with bomb bells when you loot run to be efficient. XP tokens grant instant XP based on your level. They're not purchasable directly or quite rare. You can only get them from free bonus offers every so often. Okay, that's fine. As long as you can't just like go buy them. This is a relatively minor burst of XP. We do not want World of Warcraft leveling skips. Okay, because I mean, honestly, it'd be fine if they added that, but level boosts. I don't really think level boosts are pay to win. No, I think level boosts are quite nice for a game like this, but I think if they ever add a level boost to Wynncraft, it should be only after you have a max level account, then you can, or max level class, then you can buy level boosts. Raid or loot run daily refresh tokens. This right here is terrible. Refresh your daily raid or loot run bonus. So you know how every day you get 10 extra pulls and a reroll on a loot run, or you gain additional pulls on a raid every day. Now you can just pay to get more, up to 5 times. So now that's awful. I personally would loot run multiple camps in order to take advantage of the daily bonus, but this here sucks. Now people can just spend money and do that daily, get the extra reroll and 10 pulls on every single run, which of course is going to be kind of necessary Um, it's going to be kind of necessary to do if you want to be efficient for loot running. But we'll see how this ends up. I do have the beta store open as well that we're going to dive into after we look more at the patch. Sorry, we're spending a lot of time on this specific part because this is the important stuff. Guild rename token. Cool, whatever. Sure. Tracker reroll token. Reroll a shiny trackers to a random one. A reroll count will show next to the tracker. This here has a ton of collectors in Wynncraft. Absolutely livid. Um, Pulling a shiny is one thing. You know, people will get really excited when you pull a shiny, right? Sometimes it's a bad shiny. Sometimes it's like a players killed labyrinth, for instance, right? Who cares really about players killed in Wynncraft? PvP sucks. But now the ability to be like, okay, I got a bad shiny, but now I can just spend money to roll it into a good tracker shiny is awful. Um, I liked the RNG. You know, there it creates value if there's a bad version of things and a good version of things. Not a fan at all. Reroll shiny tracker and a random one. This right here has been getting almost as much hate as like the loot bombs and the character slots. Like honestly, a lot of the seasoned Wynncraft players, they hate this the most. This stuff, the Wynncraft veterans, they don't care about this stuff too much, honestly, because it doesn't affect them. But this is messing with their money. This is going to lower the value of shinies, of like the more nice shinies, like raids 1 shinies and stuff, by quite a bit. And then tracker reset, reset your shiny tracker to 0. Don't really understand why people would want to do that, but maybe they want to do that to sell it. Maybe it's more of a, I don't know. I don't know if right now if you sell a shiny that it still sells with the current track, so maybe someone will want to start from 0. Pets got a big makeover. Most store pets now use a new model. The progression's been improved. They will continue to increase their combat ability above level 20. Now, my big question on this is, are pets still capped at level 20 for non-donators? Because that was a big thing. Yes, your pets can level up past 20 if you are a donator, if you have a VIP rank, but they never got extra damage. Well, okay, I guess we can read. We're also tweaking the pet level cap. All pets can now reach max level if you don't have rank. However, some perks will not rank if you don't have rank. Okay. No no rank players can use pets abilities till up to level 30. That means anyone can now pet their pets without spending anything. Okay. So I guess that answered it. Champ can get over level 20. No, it looks like everyone can get over level 20. All pets can now reach max level, even if you do not have a rank. Okay, that's fine. Disguises. Don't really care too much about disguises. Scrap menus now cooler. Sure. Festival crates will be unopenable until their festival happens. Oh, okay. What? Till their festival happens later this year. You open them before the update. This is temporary effect because of the new crate system. They will be open. Okay, that's fine. Thanks for the warning, game. Final note: the last time we added more paid perks. Since then, we reworked loot chests, added new replayable content with loot runs, and added countless abilities. Reworked the mob system, world events, character banks. This is without mentioning Furuma. Team has grown a lot since then. We have more paid employees. So this is them trying to justify why are we trying to get more money out of you. Okay. Hopefully, we've proven to you all that this extra revenue is not to make a quick buck, but to improve Wynncraft in ways that aren't possible before. Your support means a lot. Okay. This is going to seem a little bit brutal here, but honestly, not 3 words, not our problem, right? We appreciate everything that Wynncraft has done and increasing, the quality of the game, but like, why? This is not the way to go about it. You don't add a bunch of pay to win stuff to your game to try to earn more money. because you're going to cut a lot of players out that have still been spending money. I've spent probably about $600 on Wynncraft, but, from giveaways and buying stuff for myself, and right. And now, because of pay to win, I don't know if I want to keep playing if this makes it into live. Um, so this is crazy to me. The way that they should earn more money is by trying to get more players in the game, not by and then having those players spend, $10, $15 for the current bombs or ranks or whatever, other than trying to open up the floodgates for the whales, because that's all this is going to do. The whales are going to come out and they're going to start spending. All right. Wynncraft account. Since the beginning, Wynncraft has used its form software. Whatever. I don't. Personal stat page is different. I guess that's cool. Item guide reworked. 27 new aspects. Okay. So we got through like the pay to win stuff. So now we are going to get into some of the gameplay stuff. We're going to go through this quicker than the pay to win stuff so we can keep moving. But 27 new aspects added. Here's a few. You'll have to find the rest in game. Aspect of the iron string. Phasing beam can pierce through enemies. Aspect of the clouded vision. Smoke bomb duration. Mana storm requires less mana to activate. That's pretty nice. That's actually really nice for a mage. I really like that one. Aspect of acceleration. Actually, honestly, this one here makes a lower intelligence build like more viable. So that's nice. Because right now, if you have like 120 max mana, you can't cast as fast because you want to try to hold over that 100 mana. So honestly, that's a pretty nice one. Aspect of acceleration. Your puppets move faster. Cool. Aspect of seeing stars. Increase your maximum discombobulated by 25, 40, or 50. I'm a fan. Again, I'll reiterate something I said earlier. Most people are happy with the in-game changes and the trickster rework, the buffs and nerfs. Apparently, the Fallen got nerfed, but honestly, I don't play Fallen, so that's not my problem. But okay, aspect rebalances. We're gonna quickly go through this. So let's look at the trickster one because the mythic aspects are the ones we care about. So tier 1 noxious gas can benefit from +1 debuff. Mirror images spawn a clone. And noxious gas. Oh wow. Ultimate show. Wow, that tier 3 seems really, really important. Noxious gas gains plus 1.35% damage per debuff. Okay, so you're gonna have to grind for that. Arcanist embodiment of Arcanist mythic aspect. Chaos Explosion no longer grants +1 spell and is instead 33% faster. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Like it shoots the spells off 33% faster. Maximum mana bank. Tier 1's the same. Okay. Aspect of extenuation now increases maximum blood pool and bleeding duration by 17, 25, 33. Okay, you don't get jump height. That's fine. Now reduces counter's ability. Oh, this is for monk, or yeah, for monk, isn't it? Battle monk. Now reduces counter's cooldown instead of increasing its activation chance. That's cool. Battle monk coming back. Fallen. Let's read this Fallen one. People said Fallen got nerfed, so no longer decreases Blood Pack's health cost and instead increases Bloodlust damage. Now increases Blood Pack's damage. So is this the thing that's nerfing it? It does because it doesn't reduce Blood Pack's health cost? I don't know. I don't really play Fallen. Trickster for rework. We're not going to go too deep into this, but it looks like Trickster's still keeping their clones in misdirection. Mirror images. One of 3 abilities to summon clones around you. Clones can take hits for you. Shadow clones are thrown by the player, can be teleported at will. That's pretty cool. Mirage clone spawn when teleporting with Bamboozle or Shadow clone, and then you get your. Okay, so there's 3 different types of clones now. That's pretty neat. I like the Shadow clones you can teleport to. More mobility is always nice. Again, we're just gonna keep going here. We're not gonna look into literally everything. When a clone dies, it gains a temporary strength boost for 3 seconds. I don't know what the point is. Like, do you gain the strength boost? Bamboozle, sandbagging, hoodwink. Okay. Honestly, we're not going to keep going in too much on the trickster rework. What I'm more interested in on for myself is the battle monk mini rework because I really want to play battle monk. Um, so limited air shout maximum. Huh? What? Limited air shouts maximum amount of hits on a single enemy to 3. Oh, okay. I read that wrong. I thought that you could only hit 3 enemies with it. Airshout's damage was having extreme variance led to its performance. Okay, variance of its performance. Smaller targets, but too strong on larger ones. Due to this, we've toned down Airshout. For Battle Monk, the ability can regain some of its power from the tree. Okay. Add a new ability, minor ability, free stream flow. You fall more slowly. That sounds like a throwaway ability. Not a fan. Change discombobulate to a purple node. Decreases maximum to 100. Now charges by +2 per hit. I don't know if that's a buff or a nerf. Added a new third party or third red ability. Enhances effects of War Scream, Bash, and Uppercut if they activate Generalist. Rework Battle Monk's embodiment. Adds +1 max hit to Air Shout and increases damage. Okay, I see. So they nerfed Air Shout altogether, but are buffing it for Battle Monk specifically. I'm a fan. You know, I liked the idea of Battle Monk. It just never felt good. So I think with these changes, Battle Monk will be actually fun. Add a new blue ability for every 1% health missing. Your region and lifesteal IDs are stronger. Cool. Rework counter triggers. Trigger chance increased from 30% to 100%. Now triggers when hit by an enemy attack instead of when dodging an attack with agility. Perfect. I like this. Rework counters huge. Reduce the damage of the hit that triggers it by 20% instead of. Okay, that's fine. Every 2 sec. Oh. Oh. I don't know how I feel about that. 2 seconds is a long time. So every 2 seconds, you can now counter. You're pretty much guaranteed to counter. You take 20% less damage, but it's only every 2 seconds. Instead, increases counters damage. I mean, we'll see how it goes. 2 seconds though is a lot in a game like this. 2 seconds doesn't sound long, but a full 2 seconds for another counter is kind of a lot when counter already is not that good. So hopefully these other changes that are changing counter makes it good. Okay, fallen changes. Let's quickly look over these fallen changes. Increase cooldowns. Maximum healing cap of 30%. Cooldown is now shared among all damaging abilities. Okay. Corrupted gain. Corrupted gain scales with your attack speed. Mindless Slaughter doubles massacre strength, adds 1% health cost to main attacks at powder specials. Interesting. Blood Pact now adds 15 to 25% of the damage depending on how much spell cost is paid in blood. Blood Pact now boosts all damage of all abilities that are activated by spell. I don't really see this as a nerf. Honestly, I don't play this class. Reheal after uncorrupting getting capped at 30% is just bad. Oh, okay, that's the main thing. Miscellaneous changes. We're not going to dive too much into each miscellaneous change, but there is one change that's a huge win for Wynncraft. Is under the loot run changes. It is massively reduce the max amount of mobs that can spawn during the sanitizing robot defend. This here is the best change in this whole change log. If you're a loot runner, you'll be so happy. And they also updated the AI of them as well. Updated the AI of the cannon cart. Oh, does that mean the cannon cart's not super strong either? Slipping on a banana peel. We'll disable whatever. Hey, if they're making sanitizing robots and the cannon defend way better, that's a big win. Archer. Address the descriptions. Let's see what else we have. Riftwalker. Added a new minor Riftwalker ability. Winded charge. Doubles Meteor's fall speed. Wait, what? No way, wait. Why is this and the minor changes? Why is this hidden down here? Doubles Meteor's fall speed. That's huge. Wait, now you don't have to get an item to increase Meteor fall speed as Riftwalker? That's honestly like the biggest issue with Riftwalker and raids. So that is amazing. Okay. Wynncraft, my guy. Why don't you just cut all this crap out up here? Right? Maybe don't cut it out. Maybe just do some adjustments, do some rethinking on, what your priorities are. Character slots, get rid of that. Get rid of these new bombs. Um, we don't want them. And then just let us have more fun with all these changes. The changes keep the game interesting and fun. Item rebalances. Okay, let's see. Mythic changes. We're gonna just quickly rebalance hero. So that's a hero nerf. Okay, Stardew. Stardew nerf. Oh no. I'll use a Stardew. Stardew sheer damage combined with mana values have been overbearing for years. That's kind of sad. Galleon buff. They're removing the poison from Galleon, increasing the water and earth damage bonus, and giving it maximum mana. Is Galleon just going to be the new Stardew? I mean, honestly, why would I take Stardew over Galleon at this point? If I'm worried about water damage. Spell damage bonus, resurgence, defense requirements. They're like nerfing all the boots in the game. Hero getting nerfed 5 patches in a row. That is tough. Rebounds to orbital chain major ID. Oh, singularity buff. Orbital chain. That's singularity major ID, is right? Yeah. An extra 750% final explosion damage. Hey, we like that. And we don't care about that cursed one. Mythic Spear, Collapse. Nobody plays Collapse anyway. Major ID changes. Reworked. Perfect. Recall, memory recollection, speeds up Chaos Explosion. But it increases Chaos Explosion's mana bank requirement by 30? What is that? Interesting. Sun Eater, Entropy, Flash Freeze, Meteor Crash, Burning Sigil gains. Okay. All right, and we could go on and on and on for so long here, guys, but we've kind of covered most of the things. If you want to take a deeper look, go to you guys can check this out for yourselves. It's available on their Discord. Go check it out. You can read through all the different changes, especially if you want to look at the Trickster full rework. I'm not going to spend the time reading everything on this right now. But what I want to move to next is the store. So in the store, I just kind of want to take a look at what's showing up. I want to see if they've added these new things already. Yep, loot chest bomb. So we can look at how much they're charging for this stuff. So to get 4 tier 4 chests, it costs you $6, right? So this is, again, loot chest bombs replaced loot bombs, and you get a tier 4 chest. So you can spend $6 to get 4 tier 4 chests. You can literally spend $120 to get 105 tier 4 chests. How is that not pay to win? If anyone can tell me how that's not pay to win, I'm listening. Because you slap on your biggest loot bonus, loot quality gear, you go stand in a city, and you drop $120. Right? This is awful. Why is this a thing? Like, you pull mythics for money now, honestly. This is like box mythic for money trade right here. Terrible change. In fact, if this makes it in, I'm gonna make a video on how this works. I'm gonna buy the 105 chests at one point and prove to you how broken it is. And then you get a mythic every few thousand chests. Yeah, but these are tier 4 chests. It's like negative money. You guys will see. You guys will see. These are guaranteed tier 4 chests. So yes, you only get a mythic every few thousand chests, but those are like tier 1, tier 2s. If you're gonna get 105 back to back to back tier 4 chests, if tier 4s really aren't that good. Well, let's take a look. Didn't they say they buffed tier 4 chests as well? I swear they said they buffed tier 4 chests as well. At this point, just run caves. It's still the fact that you can just buy chests. Might be good if loot quality loot bonus affects it. Also in the beta, the chests are not filled. All right, we're gonna check it out. We'll have to do some research. Profession bombs, combat XP bombs, those are all still the same. Loot bombs, scroll charge bombs. We love scroll charge bombs and ingredient bombs. Okay. So pretty much the only thing that changed in bombs is the loot chest bombs. Tier 4 chests are cooked. I'm not a fan of this. Even if they're not the craziest, you can literally just sit in a town and spend money to open chests. Right? Like, I know that tier 4 chests are not guaranteeing you a mythic, but still being able to spend money to just sit in a town and open chests, like to gain in-game money, in-game value. So the thing I call pay to win is being able to spend real money to give yourself an edge on other players that don't spend money. The same argument goes for current item bombs. Current item bombs are absolute dumpster. But yes, I agree. I agree, IMAX. Okay, let's take a look at the ranks. This is the next thing that changed. So VIP. So this doesn't have their 30% off that's been running for forever. I wonder if they're gonna add that back on. But they have been running the 30% off since I started playing Wynncraft. So in fact, let's go ahead and pull that up here real quick. You know, that might not just be available because it's the beta store. But let's go ahead and go to the regular store just to see. Maybe they're removing that 30% off. Okay, no, 30% off permanent ranks. That's probably going to hit after it goes live. But, you know, 30% off permanent ranks. This has been a permanent 30% off since I've played. So over a year that's been there. So hopefully that carries over. They should honestly just reduce the price of all ranks. That would make people happy. You know, they've been only charging this much for over a year. So if they would just bring that over and just call it a price reduction, people would be happy about that. So VIP already was awful, but VIP is now extra awful because you no longer get additional bank page or trade market pages, trade market slots. I mean, not a great, not a great change. So think really all you get is some mob totems and some bank pages and character slots. So next, VIP Plus. VIP Plus is like the actual worth it for most people because you got the daily crate, the daily tier 1 crate for cosmetics. That's why most people actually cared about this VIP Plus. Um, so now you get 3 more pages, market slots, cool. VIP Plus isn't changing that much. Less character slots, I think, but what I really want to look at is this Hero Plus. What exactly do you get? So, okay, you get totems, crates. So you get 1 tier 2 crate, just like Hero. You get an additional totem. The Hero Plus rank apparently looks just like the Meteor rank color. So if you guys have seen that in game, character slots, queue, they get the priority queue as well as Hero gets priority queue now as well. But now there's a super priority queue for champions only. Get the /switch command, world event warp. So I really don't think this is that big of a deal. You know, there's quite the cooldown on that, 30-minute cooldown or 20-minute cooldown. If there was a lower cooldown on this, I would think that's insane. But honestly, a 20-minute cooldown, no one's going to remember to use this to teleport to world events because world events are already not that exciting. I mean, the thing I can see people using this for is just warping to Annihilation when it spawns. Really, other than that, I don't think people are going to use it. But I think it's going to be, people are just going to be warping to Annihilation. Gathering totems. This here is the big no-no. Gathering totems. And especially that you get more with Silverbull, it's not good. Being able to gain 30% chance to gain an additional item when you're gathering is not a good thing to be able to spend 99.99 for if they don't add the 30% off the back. $100 plus if you subscribe to pay monthly, you can get 2 totems every day to make you gather better than other players that don't spend 99.99. If you've played other MMOs, gather totem will be a paid service. I know people are going to be advertising on the Discord, DM me selling my gather totem 32 LE or something like that. Merchant booths, cool. Let's see, what do they add anything else here? Max pet max perk level. Okay, that's not what I thought. Housing islands. Okay, so I mean those are the big things. Is especially the gathering totem. I don't like it one bit. I think they should really rethink that. They should really rethink a lot of things. But I want to say this. There's been a lot of my negativity on this. Uh, there's been a lot of my negativity on this update. And it's not because I'm just jumping on the bandwagon and wanting to say bad things about the game. It's because I really, really like the game. You know, people are upset about this because they really like Wynncraft, because they enjoy playing it. So, of course, when some changes are being made that we don't exactly agree with, that we think is going to take the game in a bad direction, we're not too happy about it. You know, I've put in like over 120 hours in Wynncraft between my 2 accounts in like the last 3 weeks, which is a lot for someone like me that also works a full-time job and spends time with family, and like that's a lot of time. Like we really like Wynncraft. We really enjoy playing the game. So seeing stuff that could potentially hurt the game like this just for money is not great. So I really hope if any Wynncraft dev or content team watches this video that you can take our criticism not as like angry people, that you can take our criticism as like, okay, people are not too happy about some of these changes. We should at least take a look at everything. Take a look at the points people are making in the Discord. Take a look at the points people are going to make in videos, and maybe dial some of it back. I know they're not going to remove all this because this has taken time and money to implement, so I bet they're going to want to get their investment back out of it. But maybe take a look at some of the kind of crazy things. Take a look at the character slots, at the gather totems, the the tier 4 chest bombs. Like that's what we want. We just want our voices to be heard. That way Wynncraft doesn't turn into every other pay to win Minecraft server. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to now take a look at the beta feedback in the Discord that's going on right now. And see, people are still typing in these. Uh, do you think it's important to mention that content team are not to blame for stuff like this? Most content team members are volunteers and help create the gameplay. That's true. So we're really speaking to the people in charge of the monetization of the game. You know, don't. Okay, what I also want to say that I do not come at this and come at the developers and content team of the Wynncraft in negative ways, right? That is not how you get across what you want. Making a title, this update is a disgusting cash grab. Yes, you may be getting people to click on it, but like this is a negativity thing. Like we don't want to be negative. We want to give our opinions, give our constructive criticism, and tell them how we think they could be better. Don't don't just go say negative things to them and like I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. You don't get what you want by being toxic to people. Don't be toxic. Okay. But let's take a look at some of these things. So the biggest thread, almost 9,000 different posts on this thread, is called "This update is a disgusting cash grab." Let's go all the way to the top and read what they say. So for discussion, ability points, loaning feature. Additionally, giving new players only 3 class slots. Okay, this is the big thing for me as well. Yep, you can buy Silverbull to buy ranks in game. Immediately it becomes more sinister because you realize you're not paying liquid emeralds for rank. Silverbull shares still need to be purchased by someone. 100% agree. That's real money trading. Not a fan. Real money trading is not good, especially when they make real money trading bannable if you don't real money trade with them. That's what I don't like, especially is I'm sure if you go to the rules, in fact, let's find the rules here real quick for Wynncraft. Real money trading, I bet, is a bannable rule. So give me 1 second. We're going to go find it. So community, is there rules on here? How do you find the rules? I don't even know. It's probably on the forums. Let's go look. I'm curious. Is real money trading bannable? Game and form rules. No hacking. Do not abuse. Do not scam players. Do not advertise. Do not impersonate. Do not buy or sell in-game items for real money. Using real-life money or something worth real-life money to purchase an in-game item from another player. This includes buying, selling Wynncraft store items for in-game items, with the exception of Silverbull shares, because that makes them money, or selling art or services for real money using our platforms. Breaking this rule directly breaks the ULA, which will never be tolerated and will be punished for accordingly. So there are some arguments that, yeah, but this way, Wynncraft can regulate real money trading. Well, I don't agree. If you're going to not allow real money trading, you need to not allow real money trading even when it makes you money. Silverbull, again, this has been a thing for a while. Trading shares has been a thing for a while, but now there's going to be an even bigger market for trading shares because of the value of shares are going to go up. Yes, they said they're going to reduce the value of shares, um, but now the value is going to go up because they have a higher value of getting ranks. Okay. Let's go back into the Discord here. Having a ton of new benefits and gating the whole experience behind a rank. I mean, they don't really add more experiences to the game behind a new rank, so I disagree. I think this is a little bit. I think they're dramatizing it quite a bit. 171 shares for champion rank. Shares are currently $15 for 10 at the lowest, so a dollar per share is what they already said they're going to try to make it. So this is also wrong. Silver in-game subscription now costs 6 shares. Okay. This also we talked about. This is probably going to come back. So I think a lot of this here, again, this is not the way to get our points across. This here is just a toxic negative post. It's getting a lot of comments, but like this stuff's misleading. They made it clear that they're going to make shares worth $1 per share. In-game subscription, I'm not sure what that's about, but this 30% sale, it's still the beta store, so it's probably going to change. Also, they're not gating a game experience behind any rank. If you're poor, you don't get to try all the classes, just like in real life. We hate poor people. Great system. Yeah, we're not going to read through all the comments because there's over 9,000 now. There's almost been 100 since I've been on here, which is crazy. I just kind of wanted to look at these posts to see what's happening. I agree with some of this stuff. I disagree with a lot of this stuff. They're dramatizing it quite a bit. There are no experiences being gated behind a rank. You can play everything of Wynncraft content with or without a rank. Let's see if there's anything else here. Class slot unlocking. So that's a moderator and a QA person. Okay. I have read a lot of posts about class. To be fair, you got to make money as a company. On the other hand, slap in the face for new players. Don't see a problem with only having 3 class slots. Getting a 4th slot by reaching level 106 5th slot. I could get behind that. If you want additional slots, maybe complete some in-game tasks to get slots. The in-game subscription relates to 2 weeks of Silverbull boost, which used to cost 1 share but now costs 6 shares. Oh, okay, I see. The 3 slot limit yeah. Benefits that would change. New players won't get angry, confused. You give them a clear goal to work towards. I could get behind this, okay? They're getting my upvote. If they're going to reduce class slots, give the players some way to get it without spending money. Which I know they technically can with Silverbull shares, but someone's got to spend money on those at some point. Do not let Win slop like this. We're not going to read that one. Boycotting these pay-to-win changes. This one's lost its momentum. This one was going crazy yesterday. I read this one yesterday. So this is people that are going to be boycotting Wynncraft if the pay-to-win changes. This, I mean, make your own choices, guys. I don't know how I feel about like people are trying to talk other people into quitting too. If you're not a fan of the changes, quit for yourself. Don't try to drag everyone down with you. I'm not a big fan of stuff like this. Um, let other people still have fun if they want to have fun. But I mean, I've pretty much talked about everything I want. I'm going to give a quick recap of what I'm not a big fan of. So, thing I am, not the fan of the most is definitely the character slots. Number one, I think that's the worst decision because you're going to have to make people pay if they want to experience all the classes in Wynncraft without deleting their characters. Right? Not that's probably number one. Number two is going to be the new bombs and consumables. I really don't like these. Tracker reroll, terrible. The daily loot run refresh, terrible. Loot chest bombs, terrible. Don't like those one bit. The next thing I don't like are the gather totems on Hero Plus rank. Uh, Gather totems are literally just pay to win. You just pay to gain an advantage over other players. Uh, that's literally all it is. You are getting an in-game advantage by paying real money. You're getting more items, which is more money in game. Not a fan. The next thing that I am not a fan of is honestly buying in-game ranks for shares. I think they could have gone about this in a different way rather than Silverbull shares. It's cool that maybe some people are going to get some access to ranks that they didn't already have, but it's going to increase pretty much real money trading in the game. Which I don't even think is allowed with Mojang at all. But well, that's not my place to speak. And then that's pretty much it. If they can work on those things, those are my biggest issues. Change up the bombs, get rid of that gather totem. That gather totem is just unnecessary. I know they're going to keep some of the bomb reworks in at some point, but and then maybe adjust how the shares. They're gonna get the shares thing in, shares for ranks. It's gonna stay in the game. Like I know it's going to stay in the game, but that's kind of my opinion on the Wynncraft changelog. I do again need to mention a few things before we end off. This is beta. Give your feedback. They will take your feedback. If enough people are giving them feedback, they'd be dumb not to take it. It's their players. There's 9,000 comments on that one Discord post. There's not even 9,000 daily Wynncraft players. Also, it's just a beta. Stuff subject to change. Give them time. Give them your feedback. See if it fixes it. Don't make any crazy things like I'm quitting Wynncraft or I'm gonna never play the game again or whatever until they actually release it. Okay, give them your feedback. Give them time. See what they do with the feedback. Also, don't come at anybody in the development team, content team, or ownership of Wynncraft for these changes, right? Keep it respectful. If you want to have your opinions heard, go to their Discord. There's a beta feedback channel. Go let your voice be heard. Do not come at anybody directly. But okay, that's how I'm gonna end off. Speaking on the changelog, thank you guys for watching this, and I hope to see you next time.